Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with Wrestling Talk in the Shop. We're going to do today in wrestling history for January the 3rd and the 4th. In 2000, WWF Raw was held at American Airlines in Miami, Florida. Triple H challenged the Big Show for WWF Championship. Following a distraction on the outside, Triple H hit the Big Show with a low blow and followed it with the pedigree to become the three-time world champion. Also in 2000, WCW Monday Nitro comes from Greenville, South Carolina. In the finals for the night Lethal Lottery Tag Team Tournament, David Flair and Crowbar took on the team of Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner for vacant tag team belts. With the referee distracted, Crowbar hit Nash with a crowbar, and Flair covered him for the pin, gaining the win and the tag team championship belts for himself and Crowbar. In 2011, WWE Raw was held in Phoenix, Arizona. The Miz successfully defended WWE Championship against John Morrison in a no DQ Falls Count Anywhere match. In the main event, Randy Orton defeated Sheamus and Wade Barrett in a triple threat match, which would made Orton the new #1 contender to face The Miz at the Royal Rumble. 2013 TNA Impact was held in Orlando, Florida. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe took on two of the members of Aces and Eights faction, one being Devon and the other being Mask, so their identity was unknown. After Angle got the pinfall following the Angle Slam, the rest of the Aces and Eights swarmed the ring, attacking Angle and Joe, and Sting made the save with his baseball bat, and Angle unmasked his opponent, who was revealed to be the former Mike Knox, now called Nux. In 2017, the main event in WWE SmackDown, Jacksonville, Florida, Dean Ambrose defeats The Miz to win WWE Intercontinental Championship. And then in 2020, it was a night of returns on WWE SmackDown. Firstly, Sheamus attacked Shorty G after he successfully defeated Dash Wilder. Then during the main event of the show, The Fiend returned to attack his Royal Rumble opponent, Daniel Bryan, and the Usos also made an impact. And that's going to wrap it up for the 3rd. Let's move on to the 4th. On this day in 1999, on the infamous Finger Poke of Doom. This was the moment that many see as a turning point in the Monday Night Wars between WWF and WCW. It unfolded due to the culmination of various events throughout the night. WWF Raw had been taped the previous week, whereas WCW Nitro was going on live. But both shows would be on air at the same time. On the same night as the bizarre happenings on Nitro, viewers would see Mankind defeat The Rock to win the WWF Championship in a match pre-taped the week prior. On Nitro, there was supposed to be a rematch featuring Goldberg trying to win back the WCW Championship from Kevin Nash, but Hulk Hogan gets Goldberg arrested and Hogan is announced as his replacement in the main event. Mankind loses out on a place in the Royal Rumble to Triple H after a fast 3 count by Shane McMahon. After the match, he locks Shane in a submission hold and refuses to let go unless he's given a no DQ match that night against The Rock. Vince McMahon agrees. WCW were known to report the pre-taped Raw results before they aired as part of their war against the company. Tonight was no different. Eric Bischoff told the commentator Tony Schiavone to announce the following: "Fans, if you're even thinking about changing the channel to our competition, do not. We understand that Mick Foley, who wrestled here one time as Cactus Jack, is going to win the world title. Ha! That's going to put some butts in the seats." Backfiring in a major way, this caused an estimated 600,000 viewers to immediately change channels from WCW Nitro to WWF Raw.
I remember watching that, and I actually changed the channel. I was always a big WCW fan, but back in the day, they would have a replay on TNT later on in the night, so I just watched the replay of Nitro and then switched and watched Raw as it was coming on, live. But I can remember that, and I was happy for Mick Foley.
Yep. So Mankind faced off with The Rock for the WWF Championship in a no DQ match. During the match, Mankind gets the mandible claw on The Rock, that Kim Shamrock interferes and hits Foley with a chair to break it up. Billy Gunn launches himself across the ring and takes out Shamrock before the sound of breaking glass hits the arena, and Stone Cold Steve Austin marches to the ring. He hits The Rock with a chair, drags Mankind on top of Rock, and Foley gets the win as the new WWF World Heavyweight Championship.
I believe he went on to lose it to The Rock at the Royal Rumble, but it was a hodgepodge match. I believe DX got involved. I mean, there was all kinds of people involved in that match.
And on the same time that Mankind is announced as the winner, Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash are face-to-face in a WCW ring. They circle each other. Hogan pulls his arm back ready to strike and then pokes Nash in the chest. Nash drops to the floor and Hogan pins for the win and becomes the WCW Championship, which would later become known as the Finger Poke of Doom.
I can remember watching it. It was kind of goofy. Hogan was out there in like baggy Jinko pants and stuff.
In 2010, the hell froze over on Monday Night Raw as Bret the Hitman Hart made his first appearance in a WWE ring since the infamous Montreal Screwjob in 1997. Hart acted as a guest host of Raw, and in the opening segment, he buried the hatchet with Shawn Michaels in one of the greatest opening segments in Raw history. And then in 2011, Kofi Kingston defeated Dolph Ziggler in a WWE Intercontinental Championship match on an episode of SmackDown. And then we have got, let's see, just got to scroll down here a little bit. In 2020, for the first time ever, New Japan Wrestle Kingdom would take place over 2 nights instead of the customary one. The first night was held in Tokyo in front of 40,000 fans. 5 of the IWGP titles were on the line, and 4 changed hands. David Finlay and Juice Robinson beat Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa to win the tag team belts. Jon Moxley beat Lance Archer to take the United States Heavyweight Championship. Hiromu Takahashi won the Junior Heavyweight title after pinning Will Ospreay. And Tetsuya Naito beat Jay White for the Intercontinental Championship. And Okada retained the World Heavyweight Championship against Kota Ibushi in the match lasting under 34 minutes. And that's going to wrap it up for today in wrestling history, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.